Hey y'all, so I'm assuming you came on here to see how in the world did I go from that to this, honey. Yes, sis. I would advise you to keep on watching. Hey y'all, I am back with another video. Video. Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. If you are new, my name is Avrel and this is Home with a Naturally Stuff. Hey y'all, so I am back finally with yet another hair tutorial. I have box braids in, y'all, and by the end of this video I'm going to have faux locks. Okay, so I'm going to start off this video just taking my hair down. We're gonna get right into it. I've had this style in for about, I did it the day before New Year's Eve. So I had this hair in for actually a month and a few days. So these are my knotless. They're super long, as you can see. It's quite a bit of braids, but they're really long down to my hip, a little past my hip, right? My thighs, whatever you want to call it. So they're on the dirt. My scalp is so dry. So what I want to do on camera right now is actually cut them to the length that I want them, my faux locks. And then I'm actually going to wash them, wash my scalp more of my scalp. And then I'm going to go ahead and start my faux locks. I'm probably gonna go ahead and do the back off camera, and then I will come back to you guys once I get to at least the middle so I can finish it off with you guys. I'm planning to probably do more of a high and low, I think. So I think I'm gonna go shorter in the back and then kind of leave them a little long. So when I wear it like that, they will kind of have like that angle look. But say goodbye to these knotless braids, y'all. I'm about to say faux locks, but yeah, they're not that bad. And I mean, but I'm over it. You know, I did the knotless finally, and I want to do my butterfly lock. So Lego. All right, y'all. So let's see. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this. I do have a mirror, as always, to the right of me. I just don't want to cut them too short, so I'm probably going to I think it's safe to just have them sit on my shoulder for now. Yeah, this is it. Here goes. Can't go back now. Woo! Idea is so, I seen a girl on Instagram do this, y'all, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so, now I don't know who did it first, but because a lot of people are doing this now, but it's just a smart idea, because the part that takes the longest, if you haven't seen when I did the butterfly locks on my daughter, is actually the braiding. So the fact that this is all already braided, as well as the fact that you're basically getting two styles out of one. Listen, you can't beat that now. Let's see. Oh Lord, I think it's uneven. This side is longer. Just a little. I think. All right, y'all, so my hair is cut. Well, my braids are cut. I'm gonna go ahead and wash my hair like I told you guys, get the scalp back. And then we're gonna go ahead and get started on these faux locks, y'all. So I will go ahead and link the type of hair that I use. I went ahead and just bought regular, they were actually out of Freetress water wave here, so I went ahead and just bought another brand, but you can literally use any water wave hair for the butterfly look. So I'm gonna go ahead, this will probably turn into a voiceover type of video because obviously, you know, I don't know, I may talk in and out, but you get the drift. Basically, you're about to see a whole new setup, y'all. But I like the short braids. It looks really cute. And it's lighter already. But let's go ahead and get this thing washed. Alright, y'all, so I am back. I'm done washing my hair. I'm actually going in right here to cut some more hair off. I feel like it's still too long. It's not giving me that angled look that I was telling you earlier. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of cut as I go, just to make the back a bit shorter and then the front longer than the back. The craziest part is, while I was doing this, I was not even thinking of the length of my hair. But I did recently cut it, so it shouldn't be too long. I'm not even sure if I cut my hair. Just watching this and editing it, yeah. So please make sure you pay attention to where your hair stops in your braids before doing this, okay? Alright, y'all, so now I am pretty much done with the length that I want these faux locks to be. I'm just going ahead and sectioning off because, as I told you guys, I'm going to start in the back. Keep in mind my braids are still wet, so it was kind of annoying trying to put it in a ponytail on the top, and then the weight of the braid itself with it being wet was giving me a headache a little bit. So but I'm going ahead and just trying to figure out where exactly to start. It was a bit hard for me to record for you guys the back, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and come off camera, probably show you from a side view, and then go ahead and just come back to you guys, slow-mo it for you once I get to the top of my head. So I actually had one pack left of Freetress from when I did Amy's hair last, but yeah, as I said, you don't need Freetress. You can just get water wave. That's the crochet needle that I'm gonna go ahead and use. Normally I do not actually crochet, but I did my hair this time around, and that's the Shine and Jam Magic Fingers. You can use regular jam, you can use whatever works for your hair, but I do like that jam, and that is a tail comb, as you can see. So those are just a few products that you need, and for the most part you really just need the hair and the jam. You don't really need the jam, but you know, it depends on how bad your braids are. But that's the other brand of hair that I was telling you guys about. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. Alright y'all, so realizing right here, I'm like, wait a minute, I think I have to cut the hair in half because obviously the back of my hair is shorter than the front, what the front is going to be. So I went ahead and basically split the hair in two. Each lock I did one strand and a half of another one, but you'll see as I'm doing it, I basically kind of showed you and emphasized on how I section off the hair to add it to the actual braid. Do keep in mind this hair is very easy to get tangled, so I'm just here trying to basically separate everything and evenly separate it so I can cut it somewhat even and not have crazy lengths. So keep in mind, just the hair is very easy to get tangled. As I said before, the last 2 times I've done the faux locks, I have not used a crochet needle. I normally just hold it with my hand and twist around. I do not pull it through the actual root. But this time around, I wanted to try something different, especially because I do want it to last a little longer. So I'm not sure if this would make a difference. But when I did my homegirl's hair as well as Amy's hair, without crocheting it, they definitely last. But this time around, I just wanted to do something different, especially because my video with Amy is without the crochet. So I just wanted to do a little test on that. Alright y'all, so here this is where I'm showing the 2 strands that I was telling you about. I go ahead and just kind of comb it through with my nail just to open up the twist a little bit, and then I take a half of one and add it to a whole one and go ahead and pull it through. Now pulling it through was so confusing for me because I kept pulling on the strand that I need to hold, because you only want to pull one strand, one side through, and then you kind of the part that I'm holding with my hand is the same length of where the braid is, and then you take the other one and just wrap it around. You do want to keep in mind to make sure you're covering the braid. It's just basically your preference. I didn't want to see the braid at all. I just wanted to make sure it was a twist, so I went ahead. Sometimes I had to go back in with a little piece and finish off like you can see there, because I wanted to be sure that the braid was fully covered. Now because the end of my braid was unraveling, I went ahead and just kind of at the end of it, I went where it was unraveling, I went upward with the twist, and then I just went ahead and cut the braid part that is sticking out, as you can see here. So I hope that makes sense. It's really hard to explain, but for the most part, I hope my technique itself you can understand. Alright y'all, so I waited till the next morning to finish. I did not work that day, so I was able to just take a break because I was tired. It was getting late, and yeah, so I just waited for the next morning. So now I'm just separating the hair and finding where the braids are from the twist and just starting all over again. But for the most part, I think it's looking really good. If you notice that some of them I'm leaving like a little bit of the curl itself just hanging, but that's again your preference. I just kind of like that bohemian and messy look. Alright y'all, so here I'm realizing that I actually have to stop cutting the hair in half, being that I've reached to the point that the braids are going to be longer in the front. So this time around, I just opened a new pack and went ahead and used a strand and a half just the same, but I did not cut it in half like I was last night. All right, y'all, so here is a close-up. I have to say I went ahead and added some jam, and I used majority of the jam only in the front, only because I didn't want my scalp to start itching and all that good stuff because of the jam, as well as while they get old I may put some product. So I just didn't want too much product on my hair yet because I just washed it. But as you can see, I went ahead and pulled the hair through. And then I measured it out with the braid, and you just go ahead and wrap. I do wrap it probably about 3 to 4 times at the root, and then you basically start making your way down the braid. Alright, y'all, so I'm just trying to show you guys basically how you get that butterfly look. As you can see with my left hand that's holding the actual braid, I'm using my thumb and just poking my finger through the hair as I'm wrapping with my right hand, and then kind of leaving the hair to you know, to have that loose, messy bohemian butterfly look. And because the hair was cut short, I kind of had to always go back and add little pieces, but the same way I just added that piece is the way I did my daughter's hair without crocheting from the root. But this time around I try to crochet like I told you guys. So you just go ahead and make your way all the way down, and then you just start going up, and you keep holding it with your thumb as you go up just to keep it intact. And yeah, I mean, it's really easy. It may look hard, the style itself may look difficult, but I'm telling you, y'all, doing that little twist just kind of sets the hair together, and then I go ahead and cut the end of the braid. But really easy. If I can do it, you definitely can. All right, y'all, so this is the finished result, y'all. I am loving it. It is so glam and like sassy and like, ooh, what? It's the bob for me, okay? So I really like it. It did not take as long as I thought, and obviously it's because my hair was already braided in the knotless braids, because when I did do my daughter's hair as well as Emily's hair, the most time-consuming part was actually getting the part straight and braiding it. So because that was already done, I did finish the top half of my hair this morning. And I started my hair last night at around 4, I think it was like almost 4 o'clock. and then I stopped around 7, and I had like just this part left to do. And then I finished that this morning, and that took like probably an hour, probably not even an hour, maybe an hour, because I was watching YouTube as I was doing it. But it wasn't bad at all, because I feel like if I had to braid my hair and all that, oh god, that would have taken like 4 days. So I'm literally going to do the same thing to my daughter's hair, because she actually has some knotless as well, and her braids are much older than mine. So I know I'm going to have to use the Magic Finger gel more on her hair. I did not use a lot of the gel in my hair because I just felt like I didn't need to, as well as the fact that I did just wash my hair prior to putting in the locks. So I didn't want to kind of, you know, put too much on my scalp again to cause, because once I have too much product, my hair start itching. So I'm like, I'm trying to alleviate, you know, stay away from that basically. So I did use it more on the front part of my hair, but I still didn't need it, because once you start wrapping, it's basically causing it to look like a new braid twist anyway. So it really doesn't matter. But that's your preference. But for the most part, I absolutely love it. It wasn't hard at all. I think it's such a dope technique. Like, whoever came up with faux locks, like, God bless you. Like, seriously. But yeah, I really love it, and I love the bob look for sure. Go ahead and comment down below and let me know what you guys think. I went ahead, as you've seen, I just used regular water wave. It doesn't have to be Freetress brand. It could literally be any brand, I think anyway, because I only had 1 pack of Freetress left, as you've seen. So water wave is water wave to me, sis, so whatever. But I really love it. My baby girl loves it. You know, my boyfriend loves it. He was like, you look like you went and got your hair done. And I'm like, I did, girl, no. But thank you guys so much for checking out yet another video. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. Go ahead and click that notification bell if you have not yet done so. So whenever I upload a new video, you'll be one of the first to know. And if you are not yet following me on Instagram, come on, y'all. Come on. Home with a naturalista, no space. Home with a naturalista, no space. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out for checking out my video. Feel free to go ahead and check out some other videos on my channel, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.